Hi there, welcome to my channel and thank you for watching this video. So today I want to talk about Ghana-Nigeria relations, specifically some of the issues that are coming up in Ghana regarding trade, mostly in the retail sector. So as some of you know, a couple of shops belonging to foreigners, mostly our brothers and sisters from Nigeria, have been closed in Ghana, mainly by a group called the Ghana Union Traders Association, who insists that these foreigners are violating Ghanaian laws, and therefore these shops ought to be closed. They insist that they've complained several times to the police and to the government. The government is not doing anything about it. So somehow they have the right to go to these marketplaces and enforce the law. So let's talk about the law. What's the law here? So the law is the Ghana Investment Promotion Center Act 2013 at 865. And this law reserves certain activities in the retail sector for Ghanaian nationals or Ghanaian citizens, i.e. if you're a foreigner, you're not allowed to go into these sectors. So I'm going to go through them quickly and then we'll know what they are. So the first activity talks about the fact that if you're not a Ghanaian citizen, you're not allowed to be involved in sale of goods or provision of services in the marketplace, and this includes petty trading, hawking, or selling of goods in a store at any place. The B part talks about the fact that the operation of taxi or car hire service in an enterprise that has a fleet of less than 25 vehicles. So you can operate a taxi as a foreigner, provided you have between 25 and maybe more cars you are allowed. But if you don't, then you are not allowed to go into taxi business. Then it also prohibits foreigners from going into beauty salon business and barbering shops. The other restrictions include printing of recharge cards for subscribers of telecommunication services, the provision of exercise books and other basic stationery are also reserved for Ghanaians, and foreigners are not allowed to go into these. The retail of finished pharmaceutical products, the production, supply, and retail of sachet water, and all aspects of pool betting business and lotteries. But there's an exception here. Football betting, foreigners are allowed to be involved. So in a nutshell, that's the law. And that's what actually Guta believes, that some foreigners are actually breaking these laws, and therefore they have to actually close the shops which are located in these marketplaces. So as a result of that, if you go on social media now, there are a lot of arguments, insults, suspicions, conspiracy theories. And the theory that's really gaining prominence is the fact that Ghana and Nigeria do not like each other. Hence, maybe the Ghanaian officials are targeting Nigerians. And it didn't help also, there were a couple of incidents like Nigeria closing its border to other West Africans, and also somebody in Ghana pulling down a building that belonged to the Nigerian diplomatic staff, a residence. Somebody went there to pull it down with a bulldozer, even though the government has arrested the person and the government is rebuilding, putting everything back together for the diplomatic staff. It's fueled that suspicion that maybe Ghana does not like Nigerians, hence the reason why they are shutting down these shops. So I want to talk about reasons why this is not the case. It's pure enforcement of the law. So in Ghana, I'm going to talk about three main laws that has been enforced recently. So since 2017 till now, those of you who know, then the Ghanaian government tried to enforce certain financial regulations and financial laws in Ghana. So it was left by Bank of Ghana. As a result of that, certain banks that were already going under or becoming insolvent and were struggling to pay their depositors have been closed. The Bank of Ghana has withdrawn their licenses because the bank insists that these financial institutions were not running properly right? Hence, they were abusing the system. So as a result of this, what's happened is that over 400 Ghanaian commercial banks, savings and loans, microfinance, finance house companies have been closed by the government. I read some estimates somewhere that said over 10,600 Ghanaians lost their jobs. Though the government managed to consolidate some of the banks and take into its own ownership and give jobs to over 6,000 of them. So that's one of the laws that has been enforced in Ghana. And if you look at this, it's affected Ghanaians, not even foreigners, since 2017. So these are some of the laws. The consequences is that the Ghana government had to spend over 13 billion Ghana cedis to bail out these banks and to make sure that depositors are paid their monies back. So the effect of the Ghana government enforcing the law on its own citizen has led to these consequences. Think about it, 13 billion Ghana cedis, about 3% of Ghana's GDP. That's huge, right? So these are one of the laws. The second law that I want to talk about is mining laws, mining and minerals laws, which the government has been enforcing. So within the mining and minerals law, it requires people to do responsible mining. And so if you don't do the mining properly, destroying the environment, destroying water bodies, the government will close your business down and you could be arrested and your equipment could be seized. Some aspect of the law also prohibits foreigners from engaging in small to medium scale mining. So you Google this, Ghana has deported so many people from China and put some of them in prison for coming to Ghana and being involved in a small to medium scale mining, and some of them destroying the environment, some of them destroying water bodies, lands, trees, forests, and so on. So that's the second law that has been enforced. And when that law was enforced, at some point, I think the government was trying to do a comprehensive enforcement. So this led to the government placing a ban on small to medium scale mining. So everyone, even those who were doing the business in the correct way, not destroying the environment, they had all their mining licenses somehow suspended, and government put everything on hold. Said they were actually looking at the laws, make sure that they put a more or less robust enforcement process, monitoring process in place before they allow people to come back or go back into their industries. I believe now they've retrained a whole lot of miners in Ghana, and some of them have started getting their concessions back and they are going back. So that's the second law that has been enforced in Ghana that's affected people. The third law I want to talk about is what they call the National Media Communication. So I think they monitor the airwaves. So they give licenses to radio stations, TV stations. So since this government came to office from 2017, they've closed hundreds and hundreds of radio stations. Some of these radio stations and TV stations were found not to have licenses, or their licenses expired in some instances over 10 years ago, but they were operating and using obviously a spectrum or radio spectrum that has been purchased somehow by the government. So the government has closed that. That also led to job losses and complaints, and even it became a huge political issue. So obviously, looking at these even three laws, there are many. Three laws that has been enforced. If you look at the impact of these laws, I would say over 90% of people who are the casualties of this law enforcement are Ghanaians. So it's not really true that when the retail laws are really enforced, we can really say that maybe Ghana is targeting a particular country. I don't think that's the case. And those of you can do your research. The retail laws have existed one way or the other. Ghana has always had laws to protect certain aspects of its economy. So right from our first president, there were laws to actually protect people. And this law has affected a lot of people from Lebanon, from India, from China, from other countries. So it's not the case that this law has really been made to actually target a particular country from West Africa, right? So let's put those conspiracy theories aside. But having said that, in spite of the insults, arguments, and back and forth on social media, it hasn't solved the problem. So the dilemma of our brothers and sisters still remains. How do we go forward? How do we sort this out? So the law, if you look at section 28 of the GMPC law, it talks about a couple of exemptions. Talk about the fact that if you are married to a Ghanaian citizen for 5 years and more, then you are allowed to do retail business. It also talks about the fact that if you can actually invest 1 million, either cash, capital goods or services, then you are allowed to be involved in the retail business in Ghana. And 1 million is a huge amount of money. Remember, it doesn't have to be money. It could be the goods. If the goods you want to sell are valued at that amount, then you are allowed to go into the retail. So those are some of the exemptions that the law gives. The other one also is if you hold an indefinite Ghana permit or resident permit, then you're allowed to go into the retail business without any issues. You don't have to, have any capital requirement or anything like that. You can go to the retail business as a foreigner. But now I want to talk about maybe my own view. How can you work around this? I believe joint venture can really help. So a couple of people can come together and put their monies together to actually just register a company. Registering a company in Ghana takes seconds. Right? Register a company and trade under that. Maybe each of you will actually sell your unique goods and services. Right? So you coming together means you meet the capital requirement and you'll be able to go about your business in a normal way without any issues of falling foul to the law one way or the other. The other thing I wanted to really talk about what could be a potential solution is maybe look at other sectors of Ghanaian economy. There are a whole lot of sectors that are booming. Real estate is booming big time in Ghana. Hospitality business, agriculture, health, education. There are a whole lot of sectors. The government's One District, One Factory program. The government wants to actually partner with the private sector to build factories in all the 260 constituencies. At the moment, they will help you get a loan, a very low interest loan, so that you can start a business, right? There are also people in Ghana, companies in Ghana, and business people who are looking for partners who can join with them to invest in certain ideas and either in agriculture, real estate, wherever. So you can actually join that. You can look at going to a different industry. You can join forces of other people to look at other opportunities in the country. The tech sector is also coming up, and then throughout Africa, the technology sector and digital sector is really, really coming up, and it's really, really more or less creating opportunities for people. So you can look at these sectors maybe rather than going to the retail arena. And the final thing I want to talk about is dialogue. I was so excited when representative from the Nigerian Senate came to Ghana to speak to the Speaker of Ghanaian Parliament, have conversation about the way forward. I believe they decided to set up a committee. This committee are going to look into issues and see how can we progress and how can we move forward to resolve these issues. And that's very, very important. Dialogue is everything. I believe, I don't know what will come out of that dialogue. It could mean that maybe Ghana could grant exemptions to our brothers and sisters to make sure that they continue to do their work. Maybe Ghana and Nigeria could sign a unique trading agreement and to make sure that, these things are resolved amicably. Somebody might also ask a question, what about ECOWAS in this? I believe that ECOWAS really is not a mature trading block here like the European Union. So there are a whole lot of issues that they need to trash out, and various local laws. Sometimes they could grant exemption to certain countries, right? But they need to sit down and trash all these things out, and they need to have a very effective more or less conflict resolution team or section within ECOWAS that people can take these complaints to, and it could be resolved quickly. Finally, I think all African countries need to look at their laws, especially because of the coming into effect of the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. which will help us trade among ourselves, and I believe will create opportunities for a lot of young people on the continent. Because of the this agreement, I believe that every single country needs to look at their laws. If the law is anti-competitive, somehow maybe we need to look at retiring these laws. So these are my views, these are my ideas as a way forward. I believe that the insults and the accusations, suspicions wouldn't change a thing. What do you think? If you are Ghanaian and you're familiar with this law, please let me know in the comment below how you think we can proceed to make sure that everyone actually can do their business or go about their business in a normal way. If you're a Nigerian also, or if you are from any other foreign country residing in Ghana and you're facing these issues as well, please let me know what you think the way forward should be. Please don't forget, Ghana has been promoting itself in the diaspora, encouraging our brothers and sisters in the diaspora to come home or visit, and the whole lot of them have been going to Ghana to set up businesses. This law that affects them as well, but it looks like most of them have managed to more or less stay away that from the retail sector, or before they come, they do their research, know what they are allowed to go into, what they are not allowed to go into, so that when they arrive in Ghana, they can do their business in a normal way. So leave your comment below and let's keep the conversation going. That's the way forward. To actually live peacefully, develop our continent, and lift our people out of poverty. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Bye bye.